Hey guys, I'm Junkman, and today I'm going to watch They Call Me Trinity. It's from 1970. It's a spaghetti western, an action, a comedy, and it's one of my favorite films of all time. I've never done a video like this. I've actually had a hard time doing it. This is my day 2, and I'm still on the intro. So I decided I'm not going to do any more retakes. The first take is the last take, mistakes and all. That's got to be recipe for success somewhere. So we're gonna just keep going no matter what. Anyway, so this film opens with Trinity being dragged into town on the back of the horse like a dead body, and that's very different compared to like other films. You know, like especially westerns, the hero usually arrives on a horse with a nice suit and the sun to his back, and he's real handsome and clean and awesome. Not Trinity, not in this movie. So let's take a look and let's get this film started. One thing you may note: the clips are going to be a lot longer than you're probably used to on YouTube. I want to kind of cut out the filler and keep the plot moving, but give you the general gist of the film still. So, like I said 10 seconds ago, let's get this party started.
He's the guy who's the talk of the town with the restless gun. Don't you bother to pull him around. Keeps the varmints on the run. Boy, keeps the varmints on the run. You may think he's a sleepy type guy, always takes his time. Soon I know you'll be changing your mind when you've seen him use a gun. Boy, when you've seen him use a gun.
So Trinity arrives at this little outpost thing. It's kind of like where you'd go to get a meal, get your horses taken care of, that kind of thing. Inside, he finds 2 bounty hunters and their wounded captive man. They don't treat the captive man very well. They kind of poke at his wounds and make fun of him a little bit. So they're really setting up for the character that is Trinity. Like his morals, is it going to be anti-moral, that kind of thing. So let's keep watching and see how this whole thing plays out.
There's only one way to find out. That ain't hunger, that's famine. Usually happens when you cross a desert on the run.
Yeah, and whoever crosses the desert fast got something gnawing on his conscience, huh?
Right. So what's on your conscience, huh? You better check twice. He's pretty dirty. Lucky for you, mister. You're just a starving animal.
So you can see here, he's putting up with all this. He doesn't really want to start any trouble or anything. So he's doing what he has to do to stay civil.
Does it look like I hang here tomorrow?
You're dangling like a puppet.
Yeah.
Senor, don't believe it.
Hey, you take it easy there, Chief. You get all excited, you're gonna bust a gut.
Feel almost human now, don't you?
Yeah. You just take it easy there now,
Vamos, hombre, let's go.
What'd you say?
Come on, get up.
You know, Sage, least you can do for a man who wants to die is to wish him a cross with his name on it. You just give him your name. You get one.
They call me Trinity.
Trinity?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's right hand of the devil.
Come on, move. How much do I owe you?
Nothing. On the house.
Thanks. The beans weren't much good, anyway.
Senor, they're going to...
Hey, Trinity. They say you got the fastest gun around.
Is that what they say?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Lucky for you, mister. You're just a starving animal.
So it turns out the captured man is probably innocent. His wife was going to be raped by a man, and he defended her. So as long as he's telling the truth, he was innocent. So now we're going to go find out the other star of the show. His name is Bambino, played by the late, great Bud Spencer. And let's get introduced to him, shall we?
Sheriff? Go away. Scat. If you want that tin star to see the sun again, you better set our friend free. He crawled into a woman's bed. She wanted him out, and he didn't get out. They call that carnal violence. He's gonna have to go before the judge.
How do you expect the judge to see it straight? That old bag was his wife. And she would have stayed there, too, if the old man hadn't come in. She was purring sweet up until then.
Your friend chose the wrong bed. The law's a law, and strange as it may seem to the likes of you, the law's gonna be respected. Now you got exactly 1 minute to split town.
This is the last warning, Sheriff. Let our friend out.
Boys, I have the impression we're going to have to elect a new sheriff.
You want to run, Not a chance.
Hey, you! Stinkweed!
You mean me?
Yeah, I mean you, rag picker.
I think he means you.
Drop that holster. Now it's your turn, Sheriff. Drop it.
They'll be stiff before they can draw.
What did I tell you?
Madre mía. Who is he, senor?
The left hand of the devil.
So Bambino is Trinity's brother. He's the left hand of the devil. And growing up in Texas, we used to play all kinds of gun-related games. And my brother looked more like Bambino. And it wasn't until today, just now looking at my camera, I have morphed. My whole head looks like Bud Spencer's head. So I've turned into Bambino. But when we were kids, I was a blonde-headed little boy, and I looked more like Trinity, and he looked more like Bambino. And I'm right-handed like Trinity, and he's left-handed like Bambino. So that was a little extra to our playtimes. Remember, first take is the last take. That's all I got, folks. So we quickly find out that Bambino has escaped from a prison, and he was being followed by a man, and he shot that man off his horse, but it turns out they were both going the same way. And that man turned out to be the new sheriff for this town. So to kind of lay low and wait for his next scheme, I guess, he decided just to pretend to be the new sheriff for this town, and he's got himself in a little bit of a trouble with the locals. Yeah.
Listen, Major, I'm getting a little weary of these punks of yours. Either they let the farmers be, or I'll have to take away their guns.
Why don't you do it?
Yeah, how about that, Sheriff?
Just bop. It's like a cartoon. I love it.
They're good boys, Sheriff. Hard-working cowhands need a little diversion when Saturday night rolls around.
Like swatting helpless farmers, eh?
Well, what do you expect? If the farmers insist on provoking trouble, a few fists are gonna start flying. It's only human nature. Or would you know about that? Now, I heartily suggest that you go about your business and leave me and my men in peace.
Put it any way you want, Major. This is the last warning for you and for your chicken rustlers.
What did you say?
Chicken rustlers.
You have the strangest way of doing your job, Sheriff. And let me tell you, I don't like it. Listen, boys.
Come on, Slug, pull out.
What the devil's the matter with you, Jack?
So I'm sure you get the idea. The man in the suit is called the Admiral? Governor? So anyway, like I was saying, the guy in the blue suit is called the Major, and his men are harassing the farmers on the outside of town. Who's kicking can out there?
He wants to hog up the whole valley for his horses.
What do you care? You're not the sheriff.
Yeah, I know. But if he stirs up enough fuss, the Rangers will get here before my boys Weasel and Timid can catch up with me. Besides, on principle, I'd hate to see him win out.
Why?
Because 2 feet this side of the valley, he's got the most beautiful pack of horses I ever seen, unbranded. Once he drives the farmers out and brings his herd in, what chance have I got to rustle them back out again?
So give him a hand.
Who, the Major?
The farmers.
It's easier said than done. Can't even root up a hoot owl in this here town that's willing to face the Major's men. And I can't do it all alone.
So the Bambino has... Are you serious? That dog has a huge fenced-in backyard. He brings all that stuff to my office. Hold on. So the Bambino has some help now, and we're going to go check in with the farmers that the Major's been harassing. Basically, he just wants them to move on so he can steal their land.
Welcome, Major.
Are you sure?
We're not given to lying, Major.
Only to shading the truth. If by some dark miracle I should vanish before your eyes, I sincerely doubt you'd feel any remorse.
We crave no such miracle, but only for a sense of dignity in our poverty.
Oh, there is nothing more aggravating than a hypocrite. Now, you came here in a wagon with a few rags and a lot of hope.
A lot of faith, Major.
Yes, and by sheer coincidence, after a few months, more of your so-called brothers arrived. Then good old faith forms a community, builds a house that could shelter an army, and fills the corrals with livestock. Now, yours is certainly a very dignified and lucrative poverty.
It was wild cattle by God sent.
Which, however, you branded quickly enough. And while my horses split their hooves grazing on rocks, your cows grow fat and shamelessly prolific like you.
We sought but a small square of land on which to live.
But this small square covers over 200,000 acres, my friend.
We ask only a small part of it. There's land for all. Bring your horses to graze here, sir. We will not resent their presence.
No, but they'd resent yours. Now, I advise you to pack up your goods, your people, your faith, and your cows, and clear out of my valley.
We've come 2,000 miles.
You can go another 2,000.
We have children,
Oh,
Major.
I hate children.
Major, I've tried to appeal to your sentiments. But you force me now to remind you that we came to this valley before you.
I believe it was the Lord in one of his parables who said, "Blessed are the last, for they shall be the first." So why should I hurry?
It is evil to be cynical.
It's practical.
May the Lord forgive you.
Well, I hope so, but I wouldn't count on it very much. Let this be a reminder, old man. Either you leave this valley, or I'll bury you in it. The choice is yours.
So being pacifist, these farmers don't fight back, and they're actually being preyed upon by two different groups. This other group comes from Mexico, and they stop in every once in a while to harass the farmers, and they're pretty good at it.
Welcome, brother.
Thank you, brother. Quietos! You forget that you are guests? Why don't you answer Brother Tobias's greeting?
Si gracias, senor. He's my brother.
Now you give this poor brother something to eat, eh? Vamos a comer, compadres. Mira, mira. ¡Qué sopa muy bonita que he hecho!
Es buena.
It's mierda! It doesn't taste like anything.
But, brother,
You
we
did it
have
on
no other
purpose.
food to offer.
Yes?
No, it's not true, brother.
You make this mess so you don't have to share it.
No,
Fine.
we share anything
Liar!
we can. I'm sorry.
Quiet!
So Mezcal is going to be harassing the farmers the same as the Major's men. And now we're going to head back to town and see what Trinity's up to.
Oh, I wonder if they still have any of that print.
I thought I told you to get out.
Joe. But we need these goods,
What
sir.
you need is a lesson. When I say out, I mean
What are we
out.
gonna do? No, wait, brother.
Joe! Oh, Joe! You'll pay for this on Judgment Day.
All right, but till that day, don't show your faces round here. Is that clear? Go on, get back to your cow flops. Go on, scat.
Come on, Joe, wake up. Can you come back?
Put him in a trough. That'll wake him up.
Easy does it. Got a new sheriff. Better mind your own business. How's that? Ask the major.
Major Harrison denies us the right to make purchases in his store.
Oh?
Well, now, that ain't right, is it?
Oh, no.
That's what I say. Be right back. Easy.
I don't know. I swear in a star.
Hold it there.
Give him what he asked for.
You're kidding, I hope.
No. Load it up on the wagon, and fast.
The Major ain't gonna like this.
What were you saying about the Major?
Hey, you.
Get him!
One store destroyed. 3 heads split like overripe melons. 1 man wounded and 1 castrated. All in 2 hours. Just 2 hours I left you alone. 2 hours.
Well, you asked me to give you a hand.
Not like that, Beetle Brain.
If you'd only seen those girls' eyes.
So our boys now have different goals in mind. Bambino still wants to steal those horses, and Trinity's now smitten with some girls he wants to marry or do something with. And now they're going to head out and try to help these farmers, because ultimately, if they help the farmers, they can both get what they want.
You no drink wine, eh? All right, you don't drink wine, but you make love, no? No, cabrón!
Wait, brother, wait.
You're not my brother no more.
Mira, Efe, I think this will make love. Bueno, the other side now.
How dare you hit one of my brothers? Ask forgiveness.
Forgiveness, please.
Hey, where you going?
Turn the other cheek. This one is new to me. He's very pretty. Like this. You, give me your own.
Patrón. ¿Qué tal, hombre? Capitán.
Hit him.
Me? Ay, oh, bueno. on, it's easy. We go away now,
Brother, I tried to warn you that my two guests here belong to another belief. They rigidly observe the law of an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. I'd say that you forgive them and return some other time.
And because I've run out of things to say about this particular scene, I'm going to put some clips back to back so we can get some story beats out without me having to like interrupt it every 2 seconds to say something about it.
Something the matter?
Nothing important. There's a reward up for me. The new sheriff I took this star from, he ain't dead. He's lame. He's looking for me all over the state. Now he wants me to give him a hand to find me.
Hey, $200.
You thinking of selling your own brother?
Oh. That's an insult. I never do such a thing for only $200.
Why in the hell don't you wise up? Go back to New Orleans to Mama. Bring her a couple of girls and go into business with her. Now beat it. Move.
Well, so long. Hope to see you again someday.
I don't.
If I really wanted to stay, I would.
I don't think so.
But before you leave, I know that Sarah and Judith would like to thank you personally. They're down by the creek.
Oh, down by the creek?
Oh, look! It's Trinity! Oh, brother!
Howdy!
Ah, yes. Ah, yes. Oh. Incredible.
Bye.
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 You'll be leaving right away?
Well, if the invitation still stands, we thought we'd stay on for a day or so.
By all means. Whatever is ours is yours to share.
Yes. So after wetting his whistle a little bit, Trinity decides to live that Amish life. He's gonna hang around for a little bit. After a few days, he gets comfortable and Bambino's gang members show up to find Bambino. The major went down to Mexico to enlist Mezcal and his men to harass the farmers some more. And ultimately, Bambino and his old gang members and Trinity team up to train the farmers how to defend themselves.
Ready?
Ready.
Oh! Oh, no.
The most important thing is to be fast. Is that clear? Now then, when you...
Now, if you ain't much at swinging your arms, you can always use your feet, like me. Ow! Ow! Ow!
After getting their asses kicked for a while, I guess they kind of got trained. I guess they got shown what you're supposed to do by getting your ass whooped. They're ready for battle, and here they come. Here comes the battle. Here, come down.
They're coming! They're coming!
Hey! The sheriff is on this! Move in. Slowly.
Okay.
Well, aren't you going to welcome me, old man? Your silence won't keep me from destroying your dignified poverty.
Why waste time, Major?
Quiet. There's work to be done. Gentlemen, today will be a hard day for you, but you'll go home happy to have earned your money honestly. For once. Destroy everything they've built, beginning with that house. But please, without yelling and making too much of an uproar. You know I detest noise. Burn the wagons and the tents and scatter those miserable cows. Then we'll depart and Mr. Mescal will take care of the rest. Lost your tongue, old man?
You've lost your battle, Major. From the very moment you descended that hill.
The opinions of others, no matter how idiotic, should be respected. I certainly will not be the one to violate the rules of good manners. Jeff. Yes.
Okay, so we're reaching the end of the movie here, and I'm torn whether to show the ending or not. It's kind of something you need to see for yourself, so it's hard to say spoiler alert for something from 1970, 50 years. Should have watched it, bud. But I think I am going to leave the ending off. I think we all know the ending, though. Obviously, Trinity and Bambino are gonna win. They're gonna fight, and these farmers are gonna live happily ever after, that kind of thing. But I'm gonna show you some of my favorite clips, and I'm gonna edit them back to back without interrupting and doing all that good stuff. So I'll see you after these clips.
Brothers, it says here there's a time to fight and a time to win. Win, brothers!
You go up. Two and three and a Get off!
Yeah! When Mezcal goes over there and busts that table over Bambino, man, gets me every time. Thanks you guys for watching. This is a hour and 54-minute movie that I cut down to 35 minutes. So there's so much more. There's so many jokes and so many moments. I just couldn't show it all because I really do want you to see this movie. I don't know where you can. Sorry. If I find it on Netflix or something, I'll put it in the description. But if you watch this whole thing, thank you so much. I'm Junkman. Please subscribe for more content possibly like this. If people like this video, I'll do another one. I might do Trinity is Still My Name, the second one, which is probably even better than the first one in a lot of ways. But thanks for watching, and I'm going to leave you with my favorite joke from this whole movie, and then I'm out.
My love to our senores who want to sleep.
Good idea. Go on to sleep.
Just picked his ass up and opened the door with his person.
Eddie,